Good morning. Today, I'll be speaking about the critically endangered southern Corroboree frog. The southern Corroboree frog is a small frog, generally between 2 to 3 centimeters for fully grown frogs. It is black and yellow and produces its own poison, making it unique among other frogs. The southern Corroboree frog is found only in a 400 square kilometre patch in the subalpine regions of southern New South Wales and Victoria. They are only found at altitudes between 1,380 and 1,760 metres above sea level. Corroboree frogs use pools and sphagnum bogs, wet tussock grasslands, fens and wet heath for breeding. As a tadpole, the southern Corroboree frog eats foliage and algae, making it a consumer. When the southern Corroboree frog reaches mature age and size, it eats invertebrates such as ants, beetles, insects, larvae, and mice. The southern Corroboree frog is so small and poisonous it has no natural predators. It is an apex predator and eats invertebrates and foliage, making it an omnivore. Therefore, if the southern Corroboree frog went extinct, there might not be any predators affected. However, the insect population would rise, meaning that there would be less foliage. This will lead to the use of pesticides, which can often kill native plants and animals that aren't supposed to be being targeted. The southern Corroboree frog has three main threats: the chytrid fungus, invasive plants, and invasive animals. However, humans also pose a minor threat in climate change, fires, and feral animals. The main cause of death in southern Corroboree frogs is chytromycosis or chytrid fungus. This fungus has wiped out amphibian species all over the world, including 6 species on the east coast of Australia. It is thought to have been developed from the common eastern froglet, which appears to sustain high levels of infection. Invasive plants are affecting the breeding grounds of the southern Corroboree frog. These plants require water and base themselves around ponds, smothering and shading the southern Corroboree frog's breeding programs. Invasive animals are trampling and destroying the natural habitat and breeding grounds of the southern Corroboree frog. Humans pose the least threat to these frogs, however they still must be considered. At the moment, climate change is having little effect. However, in the future, reduced rainfall and warmer temperatures are likely to affect breeding pools and vegetation around them. Fires cause damage to the southern Corroboree frog's natural habitat, killing native vegetation and also animals. Zoos all over Eastern Australia have been taking action with breeding programs, population monitoring, and quarantine areas. Organisations helping include Taronga Zoo Sydney, Zoos Victoria, Australian Government, and Amphibian Research Australia. Taronga Zoo runs a year-round breeding program in special breeding units that contain computerised temperature and water filtration systems. The program started in 2009 with 236 frogs, and in 2015 released 1,100 eggs back into Kosciuszko National Park. Taronga also has a quarantine station. In conclusion, the southern Corroboree frog is under serious threat, and with less than 50 adult frogs in the wild, their future is uncertain. It is predicted that without human intervention, they would be extinct in less than 10 years. However, with new breeding programs, they have some hope.
Created using Powtoon.